Hi, welcome back to Technique of the Week. I am Shihan Noel. Glad you could join us. Today we're going to be working on another block. Earlier in the series of videos that we've been doing, I showed you the 4 core blocks. We have the head block, the side block, the inward block, and the downward block. And then the last video we also did the L block. And today we're going to be working on the H block. It's a two-handed block, somewhat similar to the L, but what happens is when the person, this would be useful when a person is making a circular attack or coming in with a haymaker, a roundhouse, a sucker punch. So basically the H block just comes in. As he comes in, all I'm doing is I'm bringing my arms up, and I want to have one arm on his forearm and one arm on his bicep. Be careful if you practice this that you don't block in here and then have the elbow, the hinge of his elbow, forcing his hand to come in and actually hit you. I'm sure there's more than a few senseis out there that have done that in the past. So I want to block here, right, with one hand on the forearm, one hand on the bicep. As soon as I do that, as soon as he makes contact, as I do that block, I'm going to grab and then come in and strike with the ulna against the side of the neck. Again, it basically looks like this. 1, 2, 3. And then you can add the knee to it. So the sequence is 1, 2, and strike the knee. Strike the groin with the knee. So I'm blocking 1, 2, 3. Now I'm setting up in this particular technique to step with the left foot. I could step with the right. It allows me to turn my body and get a little bit more juice into the technique. Right now I've been blocking with the back of my arms just to be a little bit easier on my partner, but if I was to do this for real, I could either block with the bone or I could do kind of a two-step. I could basically block here and then come in with the forearm on the belly of the bicep. So you're coming in, hitting the center of the bicep, and numbing the arm. As I step in, if I step in with this foot, it's going to free up this hip to be able to generate more power. But if I follow up with the knee, one of the things I've got to do is after I hit him, I've got to basically change up my steps so I can get more power into that knee. From here, I can hurt him slightly, right, but not nearly as much as if I'm here with my feet. So when he comes in, I'm blocking, striking, bringing that knee into the groin. I am lifting this over, and I have his little finger on top, basically putting him into a armbar. I'm putting pressure right above his elbow and locking in. Now this is the first level of the armbar. In a future video, we're going to be showing you what we call the shurite armbar, and basically that's where I grab the wrist with my left hand, lay my elbow over the back of his tricep, and push in somewhat of a front stance. I'm not in a horse stance or shikodachi. I'm in a front stance here and just putting pressure on his arm. Okay? So the sequence done slowly is 1, 2, 3. Draw this over, lock in place, and put him in an armbar. Now, one of the things I can do is as he comes in, I can whack him here to get a little bit more of a distraction, kind of a defocus of his. It's basically a kick that will allow me to do a pattern interrupt. So that he comes in, I kick him here. Do it again, please. Boom, strike, hit with a knee, bring this over the top, lock in place. One more, slow motion. So again, this is called the H block, and the reason is I'm creating 2 arms straight up and down, 2 parallel lines, along with a horizontal line, creating the letter H. And I like this block because it's very strong, but it allows me to do a 1-2 with the block so that I can really damage his arm. Very much a pattern interrupt. He's trying to knock my head off my shoulders, and I'm giving him a reason to think that, to reconsider his intent. All right, so thank you for joining us. My name again is Shihan Noel. I'm glad you could join us for this Technique of the Week video. We look forward to seeing you in a future video.